Hey guys, this is Rez. Today we're just gonna do a quick simple button click event. So what does that mean is when the button gets clicked, do something, and where do we put all that code and such. Later on we'll do a video with more specific things about the button, but for now this is fine. So first thing I need is to create a button. So I'm gonna go on my design, create a button. We're gonna make the width match the parent, the height wrap the content. We don't care. We're gonna put a text there. My IntelliSense is not coming up. Let's just try again. Text. There we go. Click me. Right. So it looks nice and sweet at the bottom there. Now, for the event of that button being clicked, we need to type in, actually if you start typing click, you'll see a bunch of stuff, but the thing we need is this on click. So on click is a property of the button that says whenever this happens, go there and do whatever that's telling you to do. So here you need to tell it which function or which method you want to be called when this button gets clicked. So for now, I have no such thing, so I'm going to leave it blank for a second. We're going to come back and use the IntelliSense, make our life easier, make sure that everything works. We're going to go to the code that's connected to my layout, and in there, inside that class, we're going to create the definition for my button. Okay, but to create that, we need to have a specific signature of that function or method. Okay. So the signature starts out with public, make it void. Okay, so it needs to be public because someone else is accessing it, not this class itself. It needs to be void because it's not supposed to return anything. Now give it whatever name you want. My famous button got clicked. Really, for me, like, this is a stupid name, but I just wanted to make sure you guys understand that this name could be anything, even though the signature has to be a specific thing. For the parameters, we need to send it a view. As you type in view, if you didn't import it, make sure your IDE imports it for you. And I'm just going to give it a v as the variable name for now. It doesn't really matter. So this is the signature we need. So public, void, whatever name, and you need to give it the parameter v, the view as V or whatever letter you want. Here it could have been blah blah, doesn't matter. And we'll come back to why this view is here and everything else. Currently this is fine enough, and as we lastly learned, we just want to make sure it works, so we're gonna add a toast, make text, get application context without a capital, and button got clicked. Right, and we're gonna make the toast length short and show me this amazing toast. All right, now you're gonna notice if you're using the Android Studio, this is grayed out and telling you, well, this method is actually never used. So we go back in our layout, and over here on the onclicked, let's see if the IntelliSense works. So I'm just gonna delete everything. So on click, and you'll notice the first thing it shows you is this button. My famous button got clicked, and if you add it there, it should work fine. So I'm just gonna test it. I'm gonna do one last test just to make sure what we did actually makes sense and whatnot. Sorry, I'm running it. It's gonna restart, and the click me should be at the bottom, or actually note, because this is too big, we probably won't see it. We don't see it. As you see, the screen is cut off. We should have put this to the Nexus 1. Nexus 1, you could see that it's taking not enough space. So you know what? We just gonna delete this part for now and make sure that our click me is shown. So run it again. Come on, Gradle, build me this. Okay, so everything got created. Whenever I click this, shows me the button got clicked, right? The toast that we created. So I could click it non-stop, and the toes are kind of overlapping, but you don't see the difference, so that doesn't matter. Now over here, the IntelliSense, I just want to point this out. Over here, the IntelliSense showed us my famous button got clicked because it had the specific signature that we requested. And you'll notice here it's not grayed out anymore because it's being used. Now, what if I added something else? So let's say public void, this won't show. Oops, this won't show. And this time, I'm not going to add the view in there. Let's see if it works. And then I'm going to add another one, public int. This won't definitely show. And I'm going to add an int in there, or sorry, the view in there. Okay, just to show you that these two functions will not appear as a correct clickable button event because they're not respecting the signature. The signature being it returns nothing, it's public, and it gets a view. Alright, so we have an error, and I'm guessing it's here because we're not returning anything. Return 1, so I'm just going to return something. So let's go back here, and we're going to delete this part. So on click, again, the IntelliSense doesn't show me anything else than the my famous button got clicked. Alright, I just hope that kind of gives you a sense. If you never see it in the IntelliSense, it means you did something wrong with the signature. Alright, this is it for buttons for now. We're gonna eventually do another video going more deeper. Actually, in the next video we'll talk about it. Anyway, cheers guys, see you later.